I always knew growing up that I was different.
I wasn't quite like the other boys.
When our son told me that he was gay, it's about 30 years ago.
And things were pretty bad back then.
Crying myself to sleep many, many nights.
He would get down on his knees at night and pray that God would
Make me normal.
And my parents knew I was different. They were abusive about it.
I was bullied in school,
I was a faggot. I was hated.
and then it would get to the point where it really started to bother me.
And you felt like you would have gone back there and strung somebody up.
I didn't feel comfortable being who I was, felt that
This was something that I had to keep a secret.
There was a bumper sticker that said, "Keep Rehoboth a family town."
Somebody came to her church and preached against homosexuality.
the only place that I didn't feel accepted, and it was really weird, was in my church.
So as a young man, I got a little confused and I left the church and I walked away from God without realizing that I had just lumped it all together.
At 14, I thought I wanted to take my own life.
Well, I had a friend, he couldn't assume his homosexuality, and he started taking drugs. Finally killed himself with his addiction.
I had written a 2-page letter saying goodbye.
I'm here to tell you, it gets better.
And I know for a fact it gets better.
It gets better. It gets amazingly better.
And I decided not to end my life. And I found that letter and I tore it off.
God knew better, and his plan for me was that I was as he had created me.
I decided to be open about who I was.
That I didn't have to change in any way.
Your sexual orientation isn't what you do, it's who you are.
I never in my life could conceive that I would have had a partner for 16 years.
Despite those sleepless nights and all those tears,
Kissed a lot of frogs, and I found my prince.
I have a partner I've been with for 8 years.
He did meet a man that he loved, and they adopted 2 kids. One of those kids is now in college and the other is about to go there.
And we have a family who loves us unconditionally.
And I was fortunate to become vice president of a very large major corporation.
A friend of mine in 2007 at my high school was the first young man to take his partner to the senior prom.
Hang in there and recognize that
God has created you just the way you are and called you good.
Now I know that God has a plan for us.
Nothing can separate you from the love of God.
accept the fact that you're accepted.
That God loves me just for who I am and because I am.
And there are places like Epworth, communities of people who will love you and be there for you.
I love being part of a reconciling church.
Yeah, gay people weren't all that bad.
This is who he is, and it can't be wrong.
The only person limiting me was me.
So always reach out and look for help.
And I'm here to tell you, it does get better.
It gets so much better.
And it has gotten better.
It does get better.
It will get better.
It will get better.
Things will get better.
It does get better.
I know it will get better because I've seen it happen right here in our own church called Epworth. There are many of our members who are gay and lesbian who reminded me that there are times in their lives when other churches have not welcomed them, where they've been wounded and even told to leave. But it did get better for them, and they've helped all of us to grow in our own understanding about faith. And so you need to look for a place where you'll be welcomed. There will be a place for you. A place where you can be nurtured and learn to risk to love and to be loved again. And we know that God will bless you. Hang in there, it will get better.